Hey guys, so I resolved the issue with the crack on my Black & Decker air fryer. I contacted Bed Bath & Beyond and they were kind enough to exchange it for me. And so now I have a brand new unbroken unit. I've actually had this for probably like a month now, so I've been using it a lot. And you guys, I have to say that this is my new favorite appliance in my kitchen. So originally I was going to do like a first impression review for you guys, but now I kind of want to do a more in-depth review since I have been using it for so long now. And I think that will kind of give you a better idea of how the unit works and how I like it in general instead of just a first impression. I love the Black & Decker air fryer because it is just so convenient. It crisps things up so quickly. You know, the only thing that I would say I don't like about it is it only comes in one size. So for Jordan and I, it's the perfect size since there's only two of us. But if you have like a larger family, I could see how that could be an issue. This unit stays on our countertop at all times and it looks really good. It's super easy to use. It's almost kind of like a microwave to me. So I really enjoy it. I figured the best way to kind of show you how amazing this machine is to actually cook some foods in it. So today I figured I would make a few things for you guys and just kind of demonstrate how well this machine works. The first thing is just frozen chicken tenders that you get from the store, and then I'm gonna do some french fries, potato chips, since I have those already anyway. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna cook in this are these Homestyle breaded chicken tenders. These are from Applegate. I really like this brand because they're more natural than other brands. Cooking instructions for the oven is to preheat oven to 425 degrees, place frozen chicken tenders in a single layer on a baking sheet, brush lightly with oil, bake until hot, about 18 minutes. So for the air fryer, I noticed that it cooks things a lot faster than the oven. Another thing is this Black & Decker air fryer has a max temperature of 400 degrees. So this says 425. I haven't had really any issues with that. So I'm just gonna put it at the max temperature. I've kind of just been playing around with timing and temperature with this thing, and honestly I really haven't had any issues. Like I could just put it in and normally things come out fine. If it needs more time, I'll just put it in for longer. So right now it's kind of trial and error for me. There's also a pamphlet or a booklet that comes with the machine that tells you suggested times and cooking temperatures for like a variety of foods. I of course am lazy and don't like to take that out of the drawer, and so I just kind of guesstimate. I like to kind of push on the plastic part and just push it forward and it just pops the drawer out. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of these chicken tenders in. As long as they're in a single layer, it should be fine. Okay, so I'm going to plop that in. I'm going to put it in for about 7 minutes, check on them, and then flip them if needed, and then just go from there. So let's put that at 10 minutes. It's going right now. You can kind of hear it. It's not the quietest machine, I will say, because there's a fan going on in there. It's not like super noisy though, like the vent hood. But yeah, not too bad. So while that cooks, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up some potatoes for our french fries. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes or so, so I'm going to check on these chicken tenders really quickly because I haven't made these particular tenders before. Okay, so let's give this a test. It actually feels really crispy, so I'm going to go ahead and use some tongs and flip them over, unless like, actually I'm fine with like my fingers. So I'm going to flip them over so that both sides will be crispy, and then just gonna put this back in for the remainder of the time, and it should be perfect by the time it comes out. Okay, meanwhile I'm gonna go ahead and get my french fries ready. I'm just gonna dump this out and dry them, and by the time the chicken tenders are done, I'm gonna plop the fries in and cook them. I should dang here pretty soon. Alright, let's check on these. Can you guys hear that sizzle? Golden brown. Like, listen to that. See the steam coming out, and I did a really bad job at breaking this. I'm gonna cut this open for you guys. Oh, it's so good. It's so moist on the inside, so it's not like, it doesn't dry the chicken out. and the crust is like super crispy. And there you have it, super crispy, perfectly cooked chicken tenders in half the time, and it's so good. You guys, it's probably my favorite thing to make in the air fryer because it's just so easy. Any frozen, already cooked food, you throw it in there for a fraction of the time, it comes out just absolutely perfect. So if you have kids, this is like a time saver and they're going to love it. So I'm gonna serve this up to Jordan real quick and then I'll be back to show you guys the french fries. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this in the basket. And I'm not gonna fill it too much up. I cut a lot, but I just wanna like not too thick of a layer so that they all can get crispy. So that's about how many french fries I have in there, or potatoes, they're not really french fries yet. I'm gonna plop this in. And on the top of the air fryer, there's a cooking guide. So for homemade french fries, it says 400 degrees for about 16 to 20 minutes. I'm gonna do 20 minutes because my fries are just a little bit bigger than normal. Also, I like to have a pot holder to put the actual basket on here after you take it out of the air fryer because I don't want to like damage my countertops. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and slice up the potato chips with my mandolin slicer. Here we go. And then with these potatoes, I'm going to do the same thing as I did with these. I'm going to put a little bit of hot water in so that I can get rid of the starches. Okay. And just plop the potatoes in and make sure you kind of like break them up a little bit so they're not all sticking to each other. So let's check on this. Just to see where we're at. And you can already see without any oil or anything, these actually cook up pretty well. So I'm just gonna give it a quick shake. I'm gonna put it back in and let it continue cooking. All right, so my french fries are just about done. I've been kind of pulling it out every like 4 minutes or so and kind of giving the basket a shake so that everything cooks evenly. Let's check on this real quick. It actually cooked really evenly, if you guys can see. And I think like kind of pulling it out and like shaking them every few minutes really helps. And the nice thing about this air fryer is when you pull the basket out, it just stops cooking. And the timer will just eventually run out on its own, or you can even force the timer to go backwards, stuff like this. See? So these fries actually turned out amazing. This is actually the first time I've made like homemade fresh french fries out of just plain cut potatoes. I didn't put any oil, any salt, any seasoning on them, and they actually turned out really well. The skin on the outside is just cooked to perfection. So the inside is like fluffy, and then the outside, the skin is actually like puffed up and like crispy. So, really yummy. If you put oil on here with a little bit of seasoning, I bet that would be phenomenal too. But I kind of wanted to keep it healthy today. I didn't put any oil in just to see how it is, and it turned out phenomenal. So to remove the basket, all you have to do is push this plastic part right here, and then there's like an eject button, and you just push that. And the basket comes out super easily, like so. And then just plop it onto your plate. These actually cooked really evenly. None of these are more cooked than the others. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way that turned out. So I just drained and tried to dry as much as possible the sliced potatoes. And the nice thing about soaking them in some hot water is they get the starches out and they make the potatoes like actually kind of harden up so that you can actually like throw them in and they'll like hold their shape really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this. And I actually have never made these before. So I'm actually very curious to see how these will turn out. You know, I'm just gonna put the whole thing. So here's what my potatoes look like before. I'm gonna toss those in there. I'm gonna lower the temperature down a little bit, maybe to about 300. I'm gonna try that for just a few minutes because they're so thin. I don't think they'll need that much time. I've never made potato chips in this before, so I'm just gonna keep checking them. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. I increased the temperature to 350 degrees. I'm gonna take these out and then just kind of break apart any that are sticking together so that they kind of get equal circulation. Anyway, I'm going to just try to separate as many of these as I can. And again, if you want to toss these in a little bit of oil, I bet they will taste so much better. I'm just going to put it back in 350 degrees for another about 5 minutes and just see how they turn out. Ooh, look at that. Give that a quick shake. And I think towards the end, you want to just take it out every minute or so just to make sure everything is cooking evenly, not burning. Like these are like, we're clumped together so they didn't get cooked as much. So I'm just gonna move those up to the top. The burner is actually on top of this, so these can get sucked up really easily. So inside there's a fan that's meant to circulate the air. So when you have really, really light foods in here, such as chips and stuff like that, there is a chance that that could be sucked up. You do want to like keep that in mind when you're cooking with something like this. I'm gonna put this back in just for another minute and see how that turns out. I'm not sure you could hear that, but did you hear like there's a few like little clink clink things? That's the fan in there just pushing the chips around. Okay, I think that should be good now. Cooked to perfection. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna put this aside, you guys don't need that bowl there. Look at that. Everything is cooked so evenly. It's like golden brown. I mean literally golden brown, guys. And look at like these little puffs. Do you hear that crunch? Oh my goodness, this is amazing. And there you have it. Homemade, really healthy, oil-free potato chips. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it. I will definitely be doing more air fryer recipes in the future because I really, really enjoy having this appliance. I just find it really useful. It cooks things so quickly and it's really easy to use. So definitely look out for more air fryer recipes in the future. I'm going to be messing around and trying to figure out more recipes here to come. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the demonstration of all the foods and the unboxing and everything. Let me know if you have any questions or comments in the section below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And as always, if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button right there if you want to see more videos like this. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!